In this demo, I'm going to show you how to make an Apple II title screen. If you know how to use GIMP, it is not that hard. I don't have access to Photoshop, so that's why I'm using GIMP. If you know how to do this in Photoshop, I'm sure it will work just as well. So for the Apple II, we're going to make a bitmap that is 280 pixels by 192 pixels, black and white. So I'm going to go to GIMP here, and I'm going to make a new image, and I'm going to set the size to be 280 by 192, and click OK. So that's a pretty small image there, and I probably don't want whatever that red color is for the background, so maybe I'll bucket fill that with white. So I can maybe switch these colors, go to the paint bucket tool. There's the paint bucket tool, and I'll just fill that with white. Now, or you could also start with a bigger image and then scale it down, as long as it's got the right aspect ratio. Now, how could we get other stuff in here, other images in here? We can do File, Open as Layers. That'll work. And then let me grab a picture here. Documents, text adventure. Let's see if I can grab a picture. I think I have like a picture of Hogwarts or something. Oh, why is this so difficult? Oh, there it is. I just forgot to save it. So I'm going to open up another image here as a layer. And like if I want to scale this image, so notice over here I have a layers panel. So there's my background layer. There's the Hogwarts layer. I can scale layers. Let's see if we can find the scale layer tool. It's in the transform up here. Scale. There's the scale layer tool right there. You have to click on the little arrow at the bottom right of the tool. So if I click on this, if I have this layer selected and I click on it, now I can scale it. Maybe I want to scale it so that it kind of fills up more of the image, and maybe I want to lower it down a little bit or something. Now we got to be careful because this image is going to be black and white. Color is not going to work very well in this image. So let me, what I'm going to do here is maybe, and then I'll say, yeah, let me click on scale right there. Okay, so maybe what I want to do is convert this to black and white. So up here, if I go to image, here's the trick. You have to go to mode and select indexed. Image mode indexed. And we want to select 1-bit color. So it says use black and white 1-bit palette. That's what we want. Let's click convert. And actually, that didn't look so bad. That looks pretty good. So now we probably want some text in here. So let me pick black. Be like, what other choice have I got? And then let's take the text tool here. Now, I don't want to put the text on this Hogwarts layer right here. Let me make a new layer. So I'm going to say layer, new layer. And for the background color, we probably want, filled with transparency. That's what we want. Fill it with transparency. So let's click OK. And now on this text background here, or what I'll do is I'll add a new text window here, and should be able to type in. See, the font, the size is way too big. So let me change the font down by a lot. Yeah, oh, actually, so for my game, it's called Warthog Castle because I don't want to, try not to get sued. Not like anybody would care about some silly text adventure game, but let's change the Warthog Castle. There we go, and then maybe we'll. Yeah, so you want a title on here, and you certainly want your name on there somewhere. Oh, nuts. So to move something around, you've got the 4-way move arrow. You can move that over there. pretty good. And then, maybe for putting my name on there, I'll make another layer, new layer, and I'll make sure it's transparent. And I'll do the same thing. Click on the text tool, and then click on my layer. And this, this is not a very good font right here. I should probably pick a different font, although I can't quite remember where the tool was to pick the font. And, GIMP's interface is not necessarily the best, but again, you don't have to use GIMP. You can use any paint tool you want, but to do that conversion to indexed 1-bit color, you probably want to at some point bring it into GIMP and do that final conversion. 2024 here. Does that look about right? Yeah. So I'll put an Evan. Whoops. Oh, somehow I got it underlined. Yeah, see, GIMP is just not great. But, see, isn't GIMP awesome? 24. Okay. Let's click on that. Evan Wright. Of course, I spelled my name wrong. All right. Anyway, so the point is now I've got some sort of title screen, and I'm in this indexed 1-bit color, and now I need to export this thing out. So first, let me save it as a GIMP project file. That's an XCF file. I'll call this like Warthog Castle title, and I'll save it into my text adventure folder and save it. All right, so now I've saved it as a GIMP project file, so I can come back and I can edit all this stuff. But now I want to export it out as a bitmap. So let me do so I'm going to go to the File menu and select Export As, and I'm going to change the extension to BMP, bitmap, BMP. And I will export it here. There we go. So now I've exported out a 1-bit color 280 by 192 bitmap. So you can make the bitmap in whatever paint tool you like or you're comfortable with. I don't know how to do the 1-bit palette thing in anything other than GIMP, because GIMP is all I have. But if you know another way to do that, that's awesome. All right, so now let's pop over to Lantern here. So for my project, all I need to do is under Apple IIe options, I'm going to say select file, and I'm going to go pick that bitmap file, that BMP file, and I'm going to click open, and that is a preview of what it's going to look like. And let me click OK, and I will now save my project, and I'll export it out to the Apple II. Now I've got a build script that takes the disk image it starts up the Apple Win emulator, that is in the. If you need help with that, just email me. I'm happy to help you set up a build script that runs Apple Win or whatever emulator you want. But Lantern will build the disk image for you. So there's our emulator, and I'm going to type cat to see what's on this disk. So adventure.bin is the name of the game, and if I wanted to change that, I could call it Warthog or something. Then the name of the file would be that. All right, so anyway, let's pop back to our emulator here, and now I'm going to type brun for binary run adventure.bin. brun, why did I do that? brun adventure.bin. There we go. And there's our title screen. Pretty cool. And let me reboot. Now let's say I wanted to boot this automatically. To have it boot automatically on an Apple II, you have to enter. You have to create a startup file, and you have to type in some weird stuff. 10 question mark CHR $4 and then quotation mark brun. Then basically the command you want to execute, adventure.bin, and hit enter, and then save this as startup. There you go. Save startup. And now when I reboot, it's going to automatically run the game, which is pretty cool. All right, so there it is. That's how to make a title screen for your Apple II game. You don't have to make a title screen. I think they're kind of cool. I think the monochrome ones look great. I don't have any color monitors at school, so we're just going to use black and white. Now, again, the trick here, the key to the whole operation was you can make the thing in what you want, but it's got to be 280 by 192, and it's got to be in 1-bit color. So if you make your thing in GIMP, that's awesome. If you make it in something else, Photoshop, whatever, some online tool, bring the thing into GIMP, come up to image, go to mode and select indexed, and then set it to 1-bit color, and then export it out as a BMP file, which is a bitmap, Windows bitmap. And then Lantern can import that, and it will automatically attach that to your game. So there it is. Now you have no excuse for not making a cool title screen.